Good afternoon, everyone. We're just going to wait a few minutes and wait to see if some more people join us. So just hold on a few minutes. All right, so I see a few new people joining up, but we're just going to wait one more minute to see if anyone else joins. All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining me this afternoon for the tutorial of Overdrive and Libby. If you didn't know, these are two of our most popular e-resources to access ebooks and e-audiobooks. And I just want to let you know all your audio has been muted just so we don't get any background noise during the tutorial. So if you could please keep your audio on mute until the end, and then you'll have a chance to ask questions. Or if you would prefer, you could use the chat feature, which should be located on the right side of your menu bar on the bottom of your screen. So you could use that to ask questions, then I'll answer those at the end of the demo. All right, so we're gonna get started now. I'm just gonna share a different screen with you, so bear with me. Okay, so I'm just gonna talk a little bit about what Overdrive and Libby are. So Overdrive is a collection of ebooks and e-audiobooks, and we have things for everyone, including fiction, nonfiction for adults, teens, juveniles, and they're all available through a web browser. So you'd use something like Chrome, Safari, or Firefox on your desktop computer or laptop. If you don't have one of those, you can also use your tablet or your smartphone and access it through there as well. Now, Libby is pretty much the same thing, but it is an app that you can download onto your tablets or smartphones, whether that is an Apple or Android device. So we're going to start with Overdrive. And to access Overdrive, you're going to go to the Strathmore Library website, which is strathmorelibrary.ca. So here's the homepage. And what we're looking for at the top here, the tab e-resources. So you'll click on that, and you'll come to our list of e-resources, which is alphabetical. So we're going to scroll all the way down till we find Overdrive. All right, so here we have Overdrive and Libby. And to get to Overdrive, we're just going to click on the title here. And it will bring you to the page. Now this is the main page, but what you'll want to first do is sign in, which the sign in button is located in the top right-hand side of the screen. You'll click that. To log in, you'll need the barcode on the back of your library card and your four-digit PIN. Typically, this is the 4 last digits of your phone number. Sometimes it is different if you have changed it. And then you'll click the sign in button. Now we have the main page. I'm just going to go through the home page with you and see the different features that there are. So as you can see at the top here, we have hashtag Harry Potter at home. So until the end of the month of April, you have access to a bunch of Harry Potter books. And as you continue to scroll further down, you'll see the different collections that Overdrive has listed for you. Just an easy way to find something if you're not sure what you're looking for. And as you might see, if you're just looking for audiobooks, on the book here, it will tell you it's an audiobook with this little symbol for headphones. And if it's an ebook, it will say ebook with a little book symbol there. And I'm just going to scroll down again to show you difference. At the top of each item, it will tell you whether it is available, like this one here, or whether it is, you'll have to place a hold because there is a wait list for that item. So these are really important things to note while you're searching. So I'm going to just go through the other features at the top of the page. First up, we have subjects. Just going to click that. And then we are brought to this page. So there's different ways you can browse these subjects. You can browse all formats. You can browse just through ebooks or just by audiobooks. You can go back to ebooks, and then you'll see there's different categories. So we have fiction ebooks, nonfiction ebooks, juvenile fiction ebooks, and so on. Next up here, we have collections. Now these are also categorized as ebooks and audiobooks. So you can, if you're looking specifically for kids or teens, there are collections that are sorted already for you that you can look. Our next tab is kids. So Overdrive has a page that is just for kids. And you can search items for juvenile, kids, or anything like that, and it will bring you to a different page. But it's the same format as the previous one, but it's all kids items, books and audiobooks, both. All right, so they have those different collections there for the kids as well. I'm just going to go back to the main collection by clicking the button at the very top of the page here. And now I'm going to get into some really important stuff. So there's different ways that you can search for items. You have your search tab here at the top of the page. And here you can search something just very generic into here. So I'm going to type in funny and press enter. Now you can type anything into there. So if you're looking for a specific genre, you can do that as well. So it pops up with our results. And now you can see it's showing 719 results. That's a little much. So we'll want to filter that down to look for exactly what we're looking for. So on the left side here are all your filter options. And we're going to start with availability. If you're looking for something right now to read, you'll click available now, and it will apply that filter. Now, let's say you're just looking for books for your kids to read. We're going to go choose juvenile. And let's say they're not really sure if they like audiobooks. Maybe we'll just stick to ebooks. We can pick how we want to read it. So I'm just going to choose Overdrive Read because that is the simplest option. Then we have our list here. But there are even more options for you. At the top here on the right-hand side, you'll see that the grid view is selected. If you choose the view right next to it, it will be a list view of your results. And then it also gives you a quick summary down below. I'm going to stick to the grid view just because I can see more books at once. And then at the very top right corner, you have sorted by relevance. And here you can sort by release date, title, author, date added, and popularity. I'm going to do it by author. And then there we go, all your results. Now I'm going to show you another way you can search. You can go to the top again to the search tab. But right here, there is something called advanced search. So I'm going to click on that. And here you can type in the title, the author. You can even add a different subject. They have a bunch listed here for you. Availability, once again, if you're looking for something now, something that's not here yet. And you can also change the format. So if you're just looking for ebooks or audiobooks. So I'm going to look for a title. So I'm going to choose Glass Beads. I'm going to change the availability to available now. And the format to all ebooks. I'm going to scroll down and then search. And here is my result. So it pared it down so there wasn't so many results that I had to search for to look for what I wanted. So on the item here, you have different options. There's 3 little dots here called ellipses. If you click on that, you get more options. You could read a sample. Now this is available for every single item, including audiobooks. You can view the details of the book. You can add it to your history. And then there's also an option to see other similar books that you may also like. I'll also bring your attention to this little guy at the bottom here with a little plus. If you click that, it will be added to your wish list. So if you're not ready to read it now, you can add it there so you can look back at it and then borrow it. So I'm going to just click on the book to show you the same options, just in a different format. So you still have the option to read a sample, remove from your wish list or add to history, and then you have the full description here. I'm just going to choose the down arrow, and it will give me the full summary of the book. You can also click details to see who published it and when. And then further down, you still have that option to see similar books. So to borrow, we are going to click the big blue button here. And I'm going to draw your attention to the option here. So it says borrow for 14 days, but there's a drop-down menu. So there is the option to borrow it for only 7 days, 21 days, or the 14 days that it chose automatically for me. So I'm going to choose those 21 days just so I get the max amount of time I can with the book. And we're going to confirm that by pressing borrow. Perfect. Now it gives you 2 options how you want to read this item. You could download it, but you will require the downloaded Overdrive app onto your computer and Adobe Digital Editions as well. So I don't have either of those. So I'm going to go for the easier route and just read it now in the browser. So this is what it looks like once you open a brand new book. Now, if I click the middle, it brings up our menus. At the bottom here, you have our progress bar. So currently we're at 0%. At the top here, you have options that I will show you in a moment that are really important. But first of all, we're going to open the book. So to open the book, it's kind of like flipping through a real book. So you can either click on the side you wish to go, or you can click and drag. And it will show you all the pages. contents included, all the useful information. Okay, so now that we are on a page with lots of text, I'm going to click in the middle to bring back up that menu. And at the top here, the circle with lines in it, I'm going to click that to change the view of the text. So this one is one large page, whereas the other view acts like an actual book. Next, we have the search function. Here you can search for particular words or names within the book, and it will show you every instance. So let's go with city. And here you are. It will show you every single page that it has the word city. And if you click on the entry, it will take you right there. And there we have it, city, highlighted there for you. Next up, we have our bookmark. This is a really great function. I use it all the time. So if you're stopped reading for the day, you want to mark your spot, click the bookmark button, it will be highlighted. And then once you go back into your book, it's easily found. And I'm going to show you another function that you have with ebooks on Overdrive. If you're not sure what a word means, you can click and hold on it. You can find the definition. Give you the definition, different topics, and you can also explore Wikipedia, Google, you can translate, all that cool stuff. You can also highlight the word, and you have 3 different highlighter choices here. I'm going to go with green. And if you want to add a note to that highlight, you can do so here. And once you're done entering that note, you press done. Now, to find all these highlighted words and your bookmarks, you'll want to go back to that menu at the top and go to your menu here with the 3 lines. Your bookmarks and your highlights and your notes will all be listed under bookmarks. So there are other great features within this menu that I want to show you. So if you click the title of the book at the top, it will take you to the overview here. And then if it's an actual book that I've started to read, it will tell you how much time you spent reading it, and will give you some estimates as well on how long it's going to take you to finish. Once again, there's the search feature. And if you want to look by chapter, you can do so as well. So if you want, not the first chapter, but maybe halfway through, just click on the title there. We've already gone through our bookmarks, and then the reading settings. So this is really important to customize your experience with Overdrive. So first up, we have the text size. If you want it a little smaller, you can just scroll through here. You can make it large. We also have included accessibility sizes. So if you check mark that, it'll give you a wide variety of font sizes and can even accommodate for large print. Next up, we have lighting. So right now we are in bright. And if you click sepia, it might be a little bit easier on your eyes to read this way. Or we have dark, which is also a favorite of people, especially when they're reading at night. I'm just going to return that to bright. And then you can change the font design. So right now we have our publisher's default on, or you can change it. So if you go to Scholar, they all look a little different. I just want to bring your attention to the Open Dyslexic here. So this is designed for people with dyslexia so they can read. It's a really great option. Or you can customize with various different options. And the weight, you could even make it heavy, so it looks like it is bolded and might be easier for some people to read. So that's all the features of an audio book, of an ebook. So I'm going to close this. I'm just going to go back to our other screen here. All right. Now I want to show you an example of an audio book and how to use that in Overdrive. So I'm just going to go back to the main page by clicking on the track logo on the left-hand side. And since I know Harry Potter is here, I am going to borrow this audiobook. So I'm just going to click the borrow right on the item instead of going into it. And I also have the option to change the loan period. So we're going to press confirm once again. And there is two ways you can also listen to audiobooks on Overdrive. You can either download the MP3 audiobook, but you will need to download the Overdrive app for your desktop. So right now I'm just going to listen to it in the browser. So down here at the bottom, we have our progress bar. And I just want to show you at the top, you have some of the similar features you did with ebooks. But the top one here is kind of like a speedometer. If you click that, it changes the speed at which the narrator is speaking. Or there's even more options. If you click and drag downwards, you can change it, I believe, all the way, I think about 3 times fast. And then, all right, so we're going to keep it there. The next option you have is a little half moon. If you click on that, it's automatically set to 30 minutes. So it will play for 30 minutes and then it will pause. If you want to adjust this, once again, click and drag so you can have it play until the end of the chapter, or you can continue on pausing up to, I believe, 2 hours. This is great, especially if you're listening at night and you know you might fall asleep. And we also have our bookmark feature here, where you can make a note. And your bookmark will appear down here as a little line. So you can easily click that and it will take you to that point where you have placed your bookmark. And then we go to our menu here. You can still choose by chapter, and it gives you the time as well, where it is located. Your bookmarks and your notes will appear here. And then we also have some tips and secrets. You can also here underneath the play and pause button, you can change how your time is, how your progress is displayed. So how much time is left, how much time is elapsed, and how much time is left in each chapter. So now that we have gone through those two, I just want to show you guys how to place a hold. So I'm just going to scroll down until I find one that says waitlist. I'm going to try I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, and I'm going to try the audiobook. I'm just going to click in there for you. And here it will reveal the wait time. So this item in particular has about 20 weeks. So I might not want to place a hold on that one. So I'm just going to go back and find something else with a little less wait time. So let's try this one. So I'm just going to want to go into that to see how long that wait time is. So this one's 24 weeks. So just the purpose to show you what it looks like to place a hold, all you're going to do is click the button here. You're going to enter in your email address, confirm, and then place hold. And you will receive an email once that item is ready for you. I'm just going to go back to the main page here. And I want to bring your attention to the rest of the tabs on the top of the page. Here you have a little bell, and that will be where all your notifications are. So if an item is due back, you should receive a notification 3 days prior. And then you'll also receive notifications when items are ready for you, your holds are ready. Next up, we have these little books. So you can click on that, and it will bring you to your current loans and then a list of all your other options here on the left. If you go to My Account, it's that same list, just with that sign out button. So here you can manage your your loans, sorry. And here at the top, it says I can borrow 7 more titles. So with us, you can only borrow 10 items at a time. And if you click on these 3 ellipses once again, you'll get all those same great options. And just to let you know, no need to worry about returning your items because they will be automatically returned on their due date. But if you would like to return it early, simply push the return button at the bottom of each item. At the side here, you have all your lists. So let's go to our holds. So clearly I have no holds right now, but if you were to place a hold, they would appear in here, and you can place 10 holds at a time as well. Here is our wish list. I've placed glass beads in there. If you no longer wish to have that on your wish list, just use the remove button at the bottom. And since I've borrowed it, I'm just going to remove it now. And it's as simple as that. You have rated titles here. So these will be the titles you rate, and recommendations will also be yours. And you can recommend 5 titles for purchase. Your history, it will show you the history of all the items you have borrowed. And you can sort it by title or author, at the very top here. And then you have quick access to these items as well by clicking on the 3 ellipses. Next, we're going to go to our settings. This will be important so you can customize even more your experience. So the very first one we have here is our lending periods. So right now, my ebook and audiobook lending period is automatically set to 14 days. If you don't like this, you can simply click on whatever you prefer and you get a saved checkbox right there to make sure it is saved. And I'll do 21 days for both. Your content preferences. So if you don't really want to see adult content or anything like that, you just want maybe for kids, you can choose just juvenile content instead of seeing every single item, and you can choose more than one as well. And then we have display options. By choosing high contrast, you'll see that it has changed. This might be good if you don't like such a bright screen. And then we also have dyslexic font. So that's available for the whole website and not just the items that you are reading. Okay, so that is all for Overdrive. So I showed you how to search, how to borrow, and how to place a hold, and how to use the different ebook and audiobook formats. So I'm just going to go back to our e-resources on the Strathmore Library website, and we are going to go to Libby. So Libby, as I said, it's the same thing as Overdrive. It has quite a lot of the same features. They even look the same, but it will be formatted a little differently because it is an app. So you can download Libby if you have an iPhone on the Apple Store, or if you have a tablet or an Apple device on the Apple Store, or if you have an Android device, you can use the Play Store to download Libby, and it is free. So I'm just going to go to a bit of information about Libby, and to find that page, it's still under Overdrive and Libby on our e-resources page. And in the text, Libby here is bolded, so I'm going to click on that, and it will bring me here. So as you can see, it just kind of gives you a little quick preview of what Libby provides and what it will look like. Here's a great view of what it will look like on a mobile device. I'm just going to bring your attention, keep scrolling. Near the bottom of the page, you have this How Does Libby Work video. This will be great for people who are just starting out, who just want a little bit more information about what Libby is and what it provides. It kind of shows you a little bit how to navigate. So I'll be showing you how to navigate Libby today. So I'm going to actually go to the Libby browser, Libby in browser. So once you've downloaded that app, you'll open the app and this is the first thing you'll see. So it's going to ask you if you have a library card. I'm going to select yes. Now it wants to know which library you are a part of. You can either copy from another device if you have Libby already on your phone and you want it on another device, say a tablet, you would use this option here, just so everything is transferred. You can search for your library or you can have them guess your library. I'm just going to search and I'm going to type in Strathmore. So don't pick the first one because that will bring you to a library in California, so not the right one. You'll want to find Track Consortium, and then it gives you more information on the library here. So you'll select that option. And next, it's going to ask for your library account details. I'm going to click on that one. You're going to enter in your library card number, which will be on the back of your library card. I'm just going to type in mine. All right. And then it wants your PIN once again. Then we'll sign in. Perfect. So that's mine. I'm going to go next. And I'm just going to now adjust the screen for you, just so you get an idea of what it looks like perhaps on a phone. So this is probably going to help you just kind of figure out where to navigate everything. I'm just going to show you the main page here. It's very similar to Overdrive. So you still have the Harry Potter items listed here, but how you distinguish between ebook and audiobook is a little different. So here they have audio with a set of earbuds. And then when it's an ebook, it simply has the cover of the item. And you also see there's different collections as well, just added. Lucky Day reads, these are great if you don't want to be waiting for any items. So you would look here. You have your subjects here. And then more options. I just want to bring your attention down to the bottom of the screen. So currently we're at our library. And then to the right, you'll see shelf. And this is where all your loans and your holds will appear. And in the middle is whatever you are currently reading or listening to. So one click will bring you right to that item. Next, I'm just going to show you your options for searching. So the very top is where you can search for a book. So you can type in something very basic, whether that's the title or even an author, anything like that. Or there's a more options button. So I'm going to go there. And here you can get a little bit more specific. Subjects, you can change. Format, say I'm just looking for books, I'll do that. Audience, you can change as well. And availability, so we want available now, is a great option if you're looking for something immediately. All right, so I'm going to just switch these back and show you another way you can search. To your right, on the top of the dark blue bar, is Explore. If you click on that, it will give you many different collections and categories to search through. Skip the line is also a great option if you're looking for something right away and don't want to wait in line to read that item. Or you have specific ones for kids and teens. Another cool feature Libby has is changing your preferences. Now this will change your preferences all the time. So if we go here, you can change audience, might be something you're interested. So I just want young adult content. You can also add juvenile in there. And you're just looking for things that are available all the time. And you can change the format as well. So books. Once you've applied those preferences, it will exclusively only show you what you've asked to see. So you won't see any adult books or romance or horror or mystery, nothing like that. You will just see what is relevant to those preferences. And if you're wondering why you're not seeing that adult content, it's a little great reminder here. It says your preferences, there's 3 preferences. So if ever you need to change those, you can go in and just change those. And apply. So now we're going to search for a book. So I'm really interested in baking right now since I am home, like all of us. So I'm going to search just baking. And then it pops up with options. Now at the top of the page here, you'll see it is listing 130 books, 2 audiobooks, and then it'll give you more information, nonfiction, fiction, and more. 130 books is a lot to look through. So I am just going to click 130 books. So it gets rid of the audiobooks. And then I want nonfiction because I am looking for something to bake. So there we have it. It has reduced down to 73 books. But if you don't want to look through all of those, there are ways you can refine even more with the refine button. So here you can change the availability. So I'm going to change it to available now. Now we have 50 books. And you can also search within the results. So if you're looking for something specific, I'm going to look for chocolate cake. And now we have 8 books. Great options we have. I just want to show you the options you have as you are looking at this book. The plus here will tell you how many copies our library has, and the borrow button is right there as well. You can see you have borrow, read sample, and tag. Tag could be a really important, useful tool for a lot of people because it lets you categorize your books and your wish list. So if you want to read it, you could use these books up here. If you had read it and it was good, you can give it a thumbs up. If you disliked it, you can give it a thumbs down. And you can even add your own. So a favorite, your wish list, maybe it's a summer read, you can all do that so it's organized how you like it. So now I'm going to just click on the cover to take me to the page, the books page, and it's going to give you a full summary. And it will give you all the publishing information, and it will give you recommended reads as well. So I'm going to borrow this item by clicking borrow. And I'm just going to draw your attention to the very top where it says you are borrowing Cake Simple for 21 days. You can see how 21 days is lightly underlined. So you can click on that to change the amount, to change your loan period. I'm just going to keep it at 21 days here. It tells me how many loans I have currently. So I have 3 of 10. And I'm going to confirm my loan by clicking borrow. Perfect. So I'm just going to open the book to show you what it's like to read a book in Libby. So like I said before, the same features appear a lot in Overdrive and Libby. So I'm just going to do a quick overview of these same features because it's exactly the same as Overdrive. So if I click anywhere in the middle, it will bring me to the book. And then I'm going to click and drag. So on an iPhone or a tablet or anything like that, you will just tap and drag across to switch pages. Okay, and if you click the middle again, there appears your menus. So at the bottom, still your progress. At the top, still you can change how the text is displayed, like a book or just one large page. You can search, you can bookmark, and then if you go to your menu here, you have all those same awesome options. I'm just going to bring your attention again to the reading settings, because on a mobile device or a tablet, it would be really great to adjust these settings. So sepia might be a great option, and maybe making it a little larger, especially if you're using a phone. And then you still have those options to change the font to anything you'd like, and even to bold. I'm just going to bring this back to bright here. Perfect. So here you have your ebook on Libby. I'm going to go back now, and I want to borrow an audiobook. So this time I'm going to search, let me see, romance. Now you can see there's so many options up here. So we want audiobook specifically. And let's go for young adult fiction. I'm going to refine my search once more to available now. And then we have some options here. I am going to choose this one here, Sapphire Blue. So I'm going to press the borrow button. Once again, the 21 days loan period is underlined. So if you want it for less, just change it there. And confirm the loan by pressing the borrow button. I'm going to open the audiobook. And now you have the similar format as Overdrive. The bottom tracks your progress. Your speed still up here, and you can still use that drag function. You can also use this to pause automatically whenever you want. You can still bookmark, and you still have these awesome options here to search through by chapter, and you can still find your bookmarks and your notes all here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the right here and choose shelf. Just want to show you what it looks like. So you can go into your loans, and now I have quite a few, you can see. And you can even see the ones I had borrowed on Overdrive. Now, if you want to manage the loan, you can do so by clicking Manage Loan. You could send it to a device if you would like, or you can return early. The renew loan function will activate 3 days before it is due, or to be precise, 72 hours before the book will be returned. Just remember, your items will be returned automatically on their due date, so no need to worry about late fees. Perfect, so now we've managed to borrow items and go into them and see all their features. We want to place a hold. So I'm still going to go with my romance audiobook, but instead of available now, we're going to do coming soon. So it says that there are 9, and it tells you when it's coming as well, which is really helpful. But you'll see this little calendar icon here. If you click on that, it will tell you how long the wait list is. So it tells me I can borrow this in about 25 weeks. There's only 1 copy ordered, and currently there are 10 people waiting. If you're not sure about this, you can always give it a tag and add it to your wish list. You could even play a sample just to see if you would be interested in it, or you can place your hold. So I'm going to do that right now. And it still gives you that information at the bottom here. So I'm just going to go to the shelf to show you what holds look like. You click on the holds at the top here. Still gives you the approximate wait time. Still play the sample, or you can manage your hold. So here you can suspend your hold, or you can cancel. So I'm going to choose the suspend hold option. And you can use this toggle here to drag it for however many days you want to suspend that hold. So if you're not sure you're going to be ready in 25 weeks, or not sure if you have like too many things on hand, you can always extend that. And then just update your hold. Another important feature I want to show you is at the very top right corner, you have the Libby logo here. And right now, all your notifications are going to appear in this little area here. So it's telling to view my book progress. And as you can see, there's more options. So you can just swipe through and then swipe again. And here we're going to go to manage notifications. Here you can see all the different settings, and you can receive notifications as well about when your loan is expiring, loan expired. So in here, since I'm in the web browser, I do have the email notice option. But right now, all my notifications are set to the menu badge. So all those will appear right at the top there where that 2 was. Now, if you go further down, you can also add a library or add further cards. And learn Libby. This is great if you're just starting out. There are quick 30-second videos, I believe, on how to do certain things. So how to return books, adjusting play speed, all these kinds of things here. Really handy, even for me, because I don't know everything. And then we also have get some help. If you're having problems, you can always get some information here. You could, if you have a problem, you can ask that, a question, or an idea. You can also visit the help site. All right, so that concludes the tutorial for Overdrive and Libby. I'm just going to increase the screen and go back to the Strathmore Library website. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to unmute yourself, or you can always use the chat feature as well. Any questions on how to use Overdrive or Libby, or how to download them, or even how to use other resources? All right, so Michelle has asked us, how do you find an audio French book? So I'm going to go back to Libby here, and we're going to go to the library. We're going to start a new search. So if I want an audiobook, so I'm just going to type in another search. So I'm going to type in funny. And here in your search, you can change the language. So here we're going to select French. And you said you wanted an audiobook. So we're going to go with our format, audiobook, and search. So currently there are no results for funny in French audiobooks. So what we can do is go back. Is there a certain title you're looking for? So if there's a certain title you're looking for, we can definitely look for that specifically. But this is how you would do it. You would change the format and the language. The same would be through Overdrive. Okay, so for a Harry Potter one, we're going to type in Harry Potter with those same filters, audiobook and French. And now we have some results. So currently we have 3 available. The first one's available right currently, just because these ones are available till the end of the month. The other 2 you would have to place a hold. So I'm just going to go to the second one here. So this one is about a hold of 8 weeks, which isn't too bad. And then the third one here is a little longer, 12 weeks. Was that clear? Is that okay? Perfect. Glad I could help. Does anyone else have any other questions? Okay, I just want to show you guys on our e-resources website, on the Strathmore Library website, you do have these tutorials and instructional brochures to help you further if you do get a little lost. These are great, especially for people who are just starting out. They're really informative and really, really helpful. I just want to once again emphasize, if you're going to use Overdrive, please, please, please go through our website to access it. Otherwise, you're going to be searching for a while trying to find the right website to log in. So please use ours to go through to get to Overdrive. All right, so if no one else has any other questions, I am going to end the meeting, but I just want to say thank you so much for joining me this afternoon, and I hope this was helpful for you. If you do have other questions, feel free to Facebook us, and this video will be posted on our YouTube page shortly. All right, well, thank you for joining me, and have a great afternoon, everyone.